of top tier builds for each class. But we have all these other sets still and all these other items, and a lot of builds that are a lot of fun, they're going to kind of get thrown by the wayside when these main builds are the top. And so, maybe those other builds could be utilized more if they were means to an end. If you could quickly acquire the subpar builds, and those subpar builds could help you gain the top tier builds, you'd feel like you were on a journey towards that top tier build that was a little more fair, and that after a certain amount of time you will obtain that top tier build, and it's not going to be completely subject to a lottery system.
Well, see, here's where like game design is just impossible, and I feel the developers are kind of in a catch-22 because if you want to put items, put them at a level like right here, right? They're just in the middle, right? And then if you set, it all depends on what you set as the end of the journey. And if that is climbing to the highest greater rift that you can possibly get to, then that's going to be way above items, right? And then the rarest items are going to be what are above that tier of just insane, awesome, godly greater rift 99 or something like that. And what happens is that when your ceiling is that high and you need those rare of items, then you are getting to this idea where it's just, you need the one build, the one ring that brings you to that glory. But if your ceiling is really low and items are actually above, so like let's say this is the ceiling for T6 and items are actually above T6, then whenever you get items, you can do whatever you want because you can clear T6 and that's the thing, that's all that's there. And then these super rare items are going to be above items, but they just make it so you have even more awesomeness in tier 6, in Torment 6, which is still down here below everything else. So it kind of depends on what the main goal is, right? Like, do you want to just make it so that there's an end difficulty, everyone can do it in whatever random gear they put together, but there will be more efficient builds, more fun builds, but no matter what, you're able to do that difficulty? Or you push it where you get kind of endless content going up to these scaling difficulties, but you are going to have to equip yourself in a certain way in order to get there. Catch 22.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like maybe the fact that there's this one set of items you need to clear a certain rift, it might be inevitable as much as it sucks, but that we could give players a little bit more hope and alleviate some of the frustration by making the path a little bit more linear. Not completely removing random spikes, but making it so you don't feel completely hopeless because you've put hundreds of hours in and can't get that one item you need.
Yeah, I like what they're currently trying to do. What we've seen with them going back and addressing some of the underperforming sets, the new sets that they're adding in that they've shown for classes. I imagine that all the classes will be getting a new set when they do eventually release that. We only got a kind of a sneak peek of 3 of the classes, and that eventually they're going to go back and the original sets that the game shipped with will be getting additional 6-piece bonuses in order to make them viable as well. That they are trying to at least make everything kind of, I guess, within a certain percentage of one another to give people a few different viable builds. There'll probably always be just this 1 or 2 for if you want to get to Greater Rift 75, but if you're okay with just capping out at Greater Rift 60, then you've got like these 6 different builds that you can play.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's the best we'll get. Yeah, I think as long as there's an assortment of builds that all get some attention, and that the main focus on how successful you are isn't RNG, I think we're at a good place.
We've got, before we wrap up the show here tonight, we're getting on close to 2 hours.
Yeah, sorry,
That's the magical number when YouTube starts screwing up.
That's true. Yeah. We saved. We got a little cocky with how much time we'd saved already and started ranting.
This is true. All right.
You guys want to grab an email?
Yes, just this one quick one here with a Crusader question from Akulius. He was just curious about how to prioritize CDR on his gear. And my advice to him and to any Crusaders that are looking at trying to hit that 55-56% CDR to get permanent accurates when you are equipped with your Archon set is to really prioritize it on your shoulders, your gloves, perhaps using the Vigilante belt on your shield and on your rings if you can get it. It's a lot harder to get them on. Basically, those slots are going to be ones where you're not sacrificing DPS in order to get the CDR. They're just, in a way, it's adding more offense to your build without being an offensive fix if you want to really think about it, think about the theory behind it. But yeah, because he asked if he should maybe roll CDR instead of like crit hit chance and crit hit damage, and I would not recommend that. There are some better places where you can go for it and not have it severely nerf your damage or anything like that. And lastly, he asked about gems in non-helm sockets, and I would say strength. Actually, it kind of depends. Like if your all res is low, you don't have it on like your pants, your boots, maybe you want to up it. But strength will give you both defense and offense because you're going to get the armor from it as well. So I tend to say maybe a mix to start, but once you realize that you're pretty resilient, especially once you can get uptime on Acris Champion and use Prophet, then I would switch over to strength. And that's all I got.
Nice.
We don't really have any other feedback or questions, just some items of the week. But before we go through and get into that, I would like to go through and again mention, I know we only just got episode 28 up yesterday on iTunes and Stitchers and the day before on YouTube. And they were broken into two parts, and I know a lot of times people will just listen to part one and not to part two. So I do want to go through and remind everyone that we do have a contest going on right now that you could win a copy of Diablo 3, the Ultimate Evil Edition for the PS4. All you have to do is send us an email at westmarchworkshop.com with your idea.
At bluespro.com.
Yes, sorry, Westmarch at blizzpro.com. I'm getting extremely tired. That you send us your best idea of what the Ogchild's set piece bonuses would be. You know, whether it's just a 2 or 3 piece set bonus, 6, 8, 16 set. I don't know. But throw us your idea, and you could win a copy of PS4. This is open only to U.S. and Canada residents. For all of our other listeners that might be across the pond, I'm sorry. Just kind of one of the limitations that we have. But yeah, just send us an email with your ideas. We'll be choosing the winner in 2 weeks. So you have until December 2nd to send in your submissions, and we will pick the winner for December 3rd.
Yeah, and it lagged out there a little bit. He said December 2nd is the last day to submit those. And I have to add, we've only gotten one submission. And I think this has a lot to do with the fact that our episode was uploaded late last week. But if you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to submit that, what's my chances of winning? Well, right now it would be 1 in 2. So, like, submit it. You might as well, even if you don't think that your idea is that great. We have one submission so far, and we're going to read them all once we are ready to pick it. But send them in. I mean, free copy of Diablo. Why not? Give it to a friend if you don't have a PS4.
We're sold to GameStop for $2.
I think that's about what they'd give you too. Goddamn GameStop.
All right, and done at that point. Stream is really not for me on my end.
Nineball turned into a robot there. I'm sorry, my internet connection's starting to go out.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the items of the week and wrap up the show.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so let's see. The first item of the week is actually sent in from Leviathan. Big fan of the show, Leviathan.
I love that guy.
Yeah. And he got this ancient item, and maybe you can tell us the story, but you can see it's a Jikenko board? Jikang board? I don't even know how you say this item.
Checking board.
Yeah, there we go.
Sure.
Jenga?
Jenga board. This was the first item that I gambled for from Kadala after booting up the PTR. The very first item.
Wow.
Ancient shield.
So you're probably just like, oh, I guess all items on PTR are ancient.
Pretty much, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Sweet rates. But yeah, I was just going through and testing because I wanted to see what a Frighter's Wrath Ancient Shield would look like. But we got this, which rolled awesomely with max chance to block. And I've rolled more shields after this, and they don't all roll with max chance. And it looks like it can't go above 20% as the max, so that's something to consider. But it rolled with 800 strength when the normal um, 93 fit, and the normal max for that 750. But the other ones still succumb to the regular rules of for instance, with reduce all resources, it's 8% on this, and then a blessed shield damage at 12%. This is actually not a bad shield if you wanted to play the blessed shield, throw Captain America shields around build, but no one does that anymore, unfortunately.
Do they always roll with increased blessed shield damage?
No, no, that's why this is not bad at all.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I assume you're not using this shield right now.
No, no, because it's a one it's a one-hander build, so it's still like, unless I found an ancient Gerfalcon's foot, which would just be insane, then there's probably no need to go with this.
Nice. All right, next item we got two items from Black Arrow. First one was a Heart Slaughter. So I mean it's a Heart Slaughter, but it rolled pretty nice, close to maximum damage. Got the increased 10% damage after the reroll. Got maximum 30% damage from physical skills, strength on there, and of course the socket with Ramalandi's. All around sexy Heart Slaughter.
Yes, indeed.
Or as Heart Slaughters go.
The baby to the furnace before you find. Yeah, this is one of the best Heart Slaughters I've seen. It's really good.
Oh, awesome rolls. And Black Arrow also sent in this Immortals King helm with just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. He got, after rerolling, he got max strength, but also naturally got max vit and max crit chance. Maybe you want all res or something on there, but overall, like, you can't get much better than those rolls on an IK helm.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's amazing. That's
yeah,
pretty much perfect.
Yeah, that really is like probably one of the best things that you could roll.
Oh. We got Duke sent in these Raycor's gloves with maximum crit chance. He rerolled to get maximum crit damage. Also has 8% cooldown on skills and 706 strength. 706 strength. What is this, Duke? Come on, 706 really? No, yeah, those are pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. Doesn't get much better. And we'll finish off here with Doodle's Flying Dragon, which got an awesome damage roll, dex, life per hit, and life per spirit spent. I think that naturally rolls on there, right? The life per spirit spent? Is that a guaranteed roll?
No. Because I know that some monks like to. I think you can get life per spirit spent, and you can maybe get life per. Oh, life per. He does have life per hit too. Well, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind.
Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, it's a great damage roll. Got the dex and the socket with Ramalandi's. Yeah, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
All right. Well, yeah, we had an abbreviated feedback section this week, but please send us in your feedback for next week. We need it, and we'll try to get this show out on time. If you have an awesome item, especially this from the PTR, because those would be interesting to talk about, send them into westmarchworkshop@blizzpro.com. Same email that we're accepting the contest entries as well. And,
indeed.
Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up this show. Do you guys have anything else?
That's it from me. I just looking forward to testing on the PTR. I was going to put out a tweet to say that the PTR is the best and worst thing that happened, because I still want to do stuff on season 1, but this is all like interesting, brand new, way better balanced stuff. So it just feels like the PTR is addicting right now.
Yeah, I always make the mistake of playing too much PTR and then being like not that excited by the time the patch comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm already like done with this stuff. I just did all this. Or you get like awesome luck on the PTR and then you can't get those items at all once the game comes out.
So there's that different mindset. That wouldn't bother me, because it would just be like, I did it once, I can do it again. I proved it.
Yeah, I'll see. All right, well, I'll start the outro music if you guys don't have any more rants. All right. Well, if you guys want to catch us live, we have a pre-show and an after-show. In addition to the live show, you can catch us on twitch.tv/ArchonTheWizard every Wednesday at around 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We go live. The show is published on YouTube.com as well as Stitcher and iTunes, and you can tweet us on the Twitter sphere at ArchonTheWizard, at SAStewart111, and at 9ballgamer. Please continue to send in your feedback. Westmarch Workshop at blizzpro.com. And yeah, especially if you're playing PTR, let us know what you're up to. Send us some of your cool items. Let us know if you have any contest ideas, because you have a pretty good chance of winning a copy of Diablo on PlayStation 4. And as always, if we're wrong about something, tell us how dumb we are, what huge idiots we are, and we always respond to that.
Best place to do it is on YouTube.
YouTube, YouTube's the way to go, especially if you're really picky about content of the show.
The home of hate.
Good night, everyone.
Arrivederci.
Bye.
All right. After hours commences.
After hours.
This will either be an abbreviated after hours or an after hours without 9ball. I am like falling asleep here, unfortunately.
You were so amped to talk about your D2 stuff, man.
9ball's. He has to get back to WAD. He has to.
Oh
yeah, tired. So wadded out.
You didn't stay up the first night of WAD, huh?
I think no, I didn't. I think Mikey just won the Ogchilds contest.
2-piece renames your character to 9ball. 4-piece makes remove Tasker and Theos from your character loot table.
That's
pretty
fantastic.
Good.
Oh,
you should send out an email, Mikey. I can't wait to hear this.